I look like I stuck my tongue in an electric socket. The humidity is killing me here today, folks. Right, let's talk about this today. You know what that is? That is a caret. And you've seen it before, probably in the margin of a school paper or hiding on your keyboard above number 6. But the secret here no one told you is, this tiny pointed mark isn't just for math. It isn't just for editors, it's a symbol of change, of insertion, of possibility. It's the moment you realise that something is missing, and now you know where to put it. It's the breath before an apology, second chance in a sentence. It's a symbol that breaks the line, not to erase it, but to add to it. Today, we're unlocking the story, the soul, and the secret weapon behind one of the most overlooked glyphs in language. I'm Lynx, and if you get something out of these videos where we're discussing obscure punctuation or delving deep into the history behind these words that are now enhancing your vocabulary, leveling up your lexicon, and making your speech much smoother, go ahead, do me a favour, hit subscribe, costs you nothing, promises. Ring the bell so you'll know when I drop a new video, which is almost every day. And please, if you would, give this video a like. It lets YouTube know that I'm doing something that's worthwhile, and hopefully it'll make the algorithm like me at some point. Anyway, back to the video. We're going to talk about the caret, and if you're a writer, it might be the most powerful punctuation mark you've never really used. Alright, let's raise it up. The birth of the caret. The word caret comes from Latin, caret, meaning it is lacking. That definition alone already sounds poetic, like the manuscript is whispering, something's missing here. Back in the days of hand-copied scrolls and illuminated manuscripts, scribes would accidentally skip words. Instead of rewriting the whole line, they'd use a simple mark, that one, a little arrow to point to the place where the missing word should go. That's our caret, a symbol of imperfection, of fixing the gap. It was never meant for the reader. It was meant for writers. It was humble, invisible, a servant of correction. But that little caret also became something else, the visual embodiment of returning to the truth, of knowing better now, of making room for something that should have been there all along. Emotional metaphors. Let's pause a moment here, not for history, but for heart. Have you ever sent a message and then followed up with a, sorry, I meant to say? Have you ever journaled and then added something above the line, or right below it? Have you ever looked back in a moment at it, and wish you could edit it? That's the caret, not just typographically, emotionally. It's the I wish I had said symbol, the here's what I'm trying to say symbol, the revision of regret in its most literal form. In fiction we call that character growth. In real life we call it healing. In a world obsessed with getting it perfect the first time, the caret says, actually, we can revise, we can go back, and we can insert what was missing. Editorial weapons. Before computers, before the digital markup, there were red pens and blue pencils. Editors used the caret to insert missing text. Proofreaders scrawled it between sentences, in margins and above type lines. It was their wand, their scalpel, their red lightsaber. And every writer knew if you saw a caret, something had to change. It was blunt, brutal. It was fix this, add that, you missed something. But it was also deeply generous because the caret didn't delete, it added, it helps. It's the ultimate editing truth. You didn't fail, you just missed something. And now you get to fix it. Writers, what if we treated ourselves that way? Carets and coding and cursor land. The digital divide. And then computers came, and the caret got repurposed. Programming, This means a whole range of things. In math, it's used for exponentiation. For example, 2 cubed is 8. In logic, it means XOR, a kind of exclusive difference. In regex, caret anchors something to the start of a line. In command prompts, Control-C and Control-Z, the caret shows up everywhere. It became a control character, a cursor, a caret. The name stuck around, even though the visual changed. So when you type today, that blinking line sometimes is still called a caret. It's where the next letter will go. That alone is very powerful. The caret literally means the moment before creation. It is the point of potential. Creative carets. So how can authors use the caret? Let's go beyond editing. Let's go mythic. Imagine a book where the caret is part of an ancient language inserted to reveal secrets between the lines. Or perhaps a dystopia where forbidden words are removed and rebels scrawl carets into the books to reinsert the truth. Or what about a grief memoir that visually shows what the narrator couldn't say until later? Even in formatting, you can use the caret for section breaks, magical language, story transitions, flashbacks, footnotes, dream sequences. It is small, but it's a visual rupture, a moment where the story acknowledges something is not quite whole yet. And as authors, well, that's everything to us, because the moment something is missing, that is the moment a story begins. World building and story design. Let's build a world around a caret. In your fantasy series, the caret could be any of the following. A symbol of time magic, used to rewind and revise. A sacred rune in a language of correction. A digital glyph used in an AI's corrupted speech. A relic mark used by archivists to mark redacted knowledge. You can even create a visual dialect where the caret is how characters speak across dimensions, inserting thoughts into others' realities. Oh, that's lovely. It becomes more than a mark. It's how the world shapes itself. Just as in code, the caret tells the program where to act. In fiction, it tells the reader, look here, something important is about to be inserted. Oh, I'm going to scratch my face. Imagine building magic systems around this idea, or prose itself that adapts like a file being edited live, carets dancing through the paragraphs. Typography Tech. Right, you know I can't do a video without getting practical here. The keyboard caret is Shift+6 on most keyboards. But not all fonts render it beautifully. The best fonts for caret clarity are EB Garamond, Source Code Pro, Georgia, Courier Prime, or Inconsolata. In Word or Scrivener, use the symbol menu for proper Unicode insertion. Consider creating a style just for inserted caret breaks if you're going to use them in your manuscript. And in InDesign, create a character style for visually distinct carets, perhaps a bold or different coloured one. Here's a pro tip. In footnote-based fiction, like The House of Leaves, the caret can act as a non-linear anchor. It can point across pages and whisper, come back here later. Thematics. Alright, let's step back again and look at the big picture. Every story is a caret. Every character arc is an insertion into who we were. We all have sentences we wish we could rewrite, moments we wish we could go back to and insert one more word, another truth, another apology. The caret isn't a flaw, it's a flag, the way to say, this mattered enough to add. It's the embodiment of growth, reconciliation, narrative honesty, and revision as creative force, not weakness. So maybe we should use it a little more, not just in grammar, but perhaps in our storytelling selves. So, this little mark right here, it looks like a hat, but to me, it's a portal. It tells the story that something should be here, and now it can be. As writers, that's all we ever do. Insert light into the dark, insert hope into the silence, and insert the next chapter. That was the Caret. I'm Empty Lynx. If you would please, do the algorithmy things, and next week join me for the dagger. Trust me, it's going to cut. And yes, I do mean the punctuation one. Until then, keep writing, keep revising, and never be afraid to insert your truth. And now you know. I'll see you in the next video. This one, right here. I'll see you over there.